This is Main Quad. It's beautiful here. Stanford's probably one of the most beautiful campuses in the world. It's like old school, but also just so like modern and new at times too. Stanford had been the dream for so long. Cal recruited me really hard from like the beginning. It was easily one of my top choices just because, my mom went there. I grew up going to the games, and it was a hard choice at the end of the day, but that was like my destiny was to be here. My family is a football family through and through. Like my mom's side, my dad's side, everybody. There's some speculation in my family about why the TV was installed in the kitchen. My mom says it was so she could watch her news in the morning, but I think it's more so for like Monday night, Thursday night football at dinner. So we're a football family through and through. My dad played at Stanford, and he was a season ticket holder forever.
Being that I played football there in the 80s, we'd always go to the games and tailgate in Chuck Taylor Grove with our friends and family.
Stanford kind of had priority because Andy had such a connection there. And I have a huge connection and love Cal. But yeah, the kids had such a ball at Stanford because they could run around, throw the ball around, play in the grassy area.
The first memories are probably, honestly, from after the game. It was a thing, me and my brother would always have a football or a t-shirt or something in a Sharpie, and we'd always be hanging out in the parking lot after games, waiting for guys to come out the locker room and trying to get a glove, trying to get an autograph, and see our favorite players.
Tracking Richard Sherman down, wanting his glove, and we have footballs of autographs of all the Stanford players for the last 30 years.
I went to just about every single home game my entire childhood until I started playing ball, so it was pretty much always the dream. My dad went to Stanford, and then my sister, my brother-in-law, and both my aunts, and my mom all went to Cal. We are outnumbered, yeah. It's definitely a little different and emotional, like playing Cal versus other schools, just because of my history and, where I'm from.
His first visit really officially was to Cal.
The Cal recruiting day, like I told someone before, was like the highlight of my life. I told all my girlfriends about it. I was trying to be subtle, but I did wear a light blue and gold, stuff like that.
I'll never forget that day. We were at the top of Memorial Stadium. It was all blue skies, and it's such a beautiful stadium. And you look at it, at the Bay Area, and Cal went and put on the full uniform and took a picture session with him. And I sat there as a Stanford, where I got a little competitive right there. I was like, I just wanted to get, oh my God, he's actually wearing this uniform.
Cal was definitely on the radar early on. They're one of my first big time offers, I would say. Is like Cal and Notre Dame were kind of the first two big ones. I was over there a bunch, and that was definitely a big time option.
We had always sort of let them find their own path and their own decision. So we did the whole recruiting thing, and then we had to sit back a little bit, right?
You sit back then as a parent and you just go, this is really pretty cool, just to have the Cal Stanford thing going.
And when he chose Stanford, it was going to happen. It was just a matter of how and when. I knew it in my heart of hearts. It had to happen.
It was Mother's Day 2019, and Coach Shaw called me. They'd been recruiting me and everything, and they weren't sure if they wanted me yet or not. I was with my parents, and it was special. It means a lot to me. Just like, as a little kid, I watched so many guys, just as a little kid, seeing guys I looked up to were at the tunnel.
Whose house? See house. Whose house? See house. Whose house? See house.
The big game, obviously, is a huge tradition, and it's really one of those things that makes the Bay Area come alive.
The big game rivalry is special. Playing against a team across the Bay, that means a lot. Big game week's fun. The school spirit always comes out. They do the bear stuff, and they got the train horn. Even the fountains are dyed red. It's fun being here for that and the school spirit. With so much family going to Cal too, growing up, going to the big games is a big deal. The house divided and all that.
There's so much crossover. As you dig deeper into it, you find out how many families do have family members attending both universities. Tristian, when he's been on the field, has not beaten Cal. We won, I think, in the COVID year, but that was kind of a unique year.
I actually wasn't even at the game because at the time I had a surgery, and so it's been tough for me because I haven't really felt like I've been a part of a win against Cal, and so that's why this week is huge. I'm excited for it.
I really want him to have a big game win. That would be awesome.
We're pulling hard for Stanford to win this year.
We are. We all are.